Now, dear friends, I would like to introduce to you the Honorable Senator Salma Ataullahjan. Ms. Salma Ataullahjan immigrated to Canada from Pakistan 31 years ago, becoming a Canadian citizen in 1989. After settling in Toronto, she pursued a career in real estate, a profession in which she has worked for the last 21 years. Born into a family with a long-standing history of political activism, Ms. Ataullahjan has spent many years actively involved in the social and political affairs of her community. A natural consensus builder, Ms. Ataullahjan has served many organizations, including on the executive of the Pakistani Canadian Professionals and Academics, as founder and chairperson of the Parent Council of David Lewis Public School, as a member of the South Asian Regional Council, as a former president and current vice president of the Canadian Pashtun Cultural Association, and on the executive of the Toronto chapter of the Citizens Foundation, a charity organization that builds not-for-profit schools in the poorest districts of Pakistan. Ms. Ataullahjan is an accomplished artist and paints watercolors in her spare time. She and her husband Salim have been married for 31 years and have 2 daughters, Anushka and Shanse. When appointed to the Senate of Canada in July 2010, Ms. Ataullahjan was put in the prestigious position of being the first Pakistani Canadian Pashtun senator, an appointment representative of Canada's ethnic diversity, honoring all minorities in this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Senator Salma Ataullahjan to come and address us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for that very kind introduction. I'm really happy to be here. I know Seema now for about 15 years. She's a good friend, and when she asked me to come, I accepted right away. What an opportunity to come and meet and talk to all of you. And I wanted to thank you for involving me in your Ridvan celebration. The Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Markham has been an institution for quite a long time, and I'm very pleased to be here. As we know, the central teaching of Baha'u'llah is the principle of oneness and wholeness of the human race. We put this principle into practice in Canada, where we are each recognized under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. In particular, the Charter assures us the freedom of conscience and religion, where we are free to practice whichever faith we choose. The Government of Canada has been outspoken on abuses to this freedom worldwide. In February of 2012, Senator Linda Frum condemned Iran's abuse of human rights and called for the immediate release of Iran's unlawfully held political prisoners. Each Conservative senator was asked to speak about a political prisoner, and I spoke about Mr. Behrouz Tawakkali, a member of the Baha'i community of Iran. Mr. Tawakkali was a social worker who lost his government job in the early 1980s because of his Baha'i beliefs. He was arrested in 2008 and sentenced for 20 years in prison, only caring for the spiritual and social needs of the Baha'i community. Where in many areas of the world, people are persecuted for their religious beliefs, in Canada, we celebrate these differences. We're fortunate to live in a country where we are proud of our diversity. It is what makes us strong, united, and a prosperous nation. On behalf of myself, the Government of Canada, and the Right Honourable Prime Minister Stephen Harper, I wish you a joyous Ridvan celebration, and thank you once again.